welcome back to Tony's Board Life. I have an unboxing here, something I've been looking forward to for quite a while. I got it yesterday. I actually got it on Easter. It was delivered on Easter, so I appreciate that. Bayonets and Tomahawks, the French and Indian War. A topic that isn't always gamed very often, and it's such an interesting topic, especially because this is actually really where a lot of the ideals for the revolution, the colonies rebellion, the American Revolution, started with the French and Indian War. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. So let's take a look at this here. So let's go ahead and zoom on in here. You have brought into this place the art of war of the world beyond the ocean. But for the knowledge of these forests and the way making war here, we have the advantage over you. Indigenous leader to the French General Montcalm, August 5th, 1757. The war has broken out on the North American continent, pitting the French and the British colonial empires against each other. Although they have faced off before, this time something's different. Large-scale European-style warfare, this theater of war, but the wilderness expanse, as well as the involvement of many indigenous nations, hampers old world tactics. Will you be ambushed in the woods like British General Braddock in 1755? Will you charge desperately against the desperate valleys like the French General Montcalm in 1759? Or will you perpetuate glory for your king in the New World? And the Bayonets and Tomahawks take command of either the French or the British to fight all facets of the French and Indian War. Army maneuvering, diplomacy, and indigenous raids, battles, construction, naval operations, sieges, and more. With scenarios varying from a single year to the whole war, as well as rules for team play, Bayonets and Tomahawks is perfect for the new and experienced wargamer alike. Each round, players use historical-based cards for events and actions. This innovative system without hand management builds on the card-driven games such as Twilight Empire while keeping the game accessible and fast-paced. An excited battle system featuring custom dice represents challenges that will reward careful planning. Victory is achieved by capturing key spaces and conducting raids in enemy territory. Over just a few hours, relive the war that shaped the course of the history of North America and beyond. Now the battle is over, but we must still win the war. It is my fondest hope that other British generals will learn how war in America must be fought. Benjamin Franklin or George Washington in July 16th, 1755. Let's take a look at the details. So we have our game cards here, counters, actual size, the custom dice, game design and artwork, Mark Radigue, developer, Marco Poultry, executive producers, Tony Curtis, Andy Lewis, Jeans Billingsley, and Mark Simonish, play coordinator, Tony Curtis. You get 22 by 34 custom mounted map, 54 playing cards, 135 unit counters, 8 commander counters, 17 tokens, small fabric bag, 6 custom dice, 1 sheet of markers, 1 player aid, 5 scenario setup sheets, 24-page rulebook, 48-page playbook, 4 scenarios. We have Vanderill's Petit Garou, London's Gamble, Amherst Juggernaut, which is 2-year scenario, or 2-year one, or the French and Indian War campaign from 1755 to 1759. 3 variants. You have early French and Indian War, 1755 to 56. 58 is ambitious, and then 55 to 59, French and Indian with historical reinforcements, plus an optional 1760 campaign year. Oh, interesting. Complexity is a 3, solitaire suitability is a 6. Okay, let's take a look at this. The shrink is off. The shrink is off. Let's go ahead and open it up. A typical GMT box. We've got those custom dice. Interesting. We have Bayonet Tomahawks. This looks like the French card, maybe? We'll look at those in a minute. We have the green cards. And which I'd bet these are the Native American tribes, indigenous tribes. And then these probably going to be the British cards. The red gives it away. We have our cloth baggie, like it said. And more bags. Goes in my door. Rules of play. Let's take a look at the rules. Okay. So this is a matte finish. Let's zoom in here. So we have our dice. We have a flag, hit triangle and circle, hit square circle, B and T, and then we have our miss. Let's see if that might help just. I don't know. Back it up just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Then we have the game map here, which we'll get to. It's nice colored. Setup. We have the cards and what's on the cards. We have our Indian Nations raid movement. We have our construction. This is kind of one of the neat features that I thought that why I really wanted this then. I mean, I wanted it anyways, but this is neat because you can actually build roads that you know, they have roads to build, so you can actually build roads. So yeah, repair friendly, reduce forts, so you can actually build. Okay, battle procedure. This will be interesting. We have our route. Oh wait, there's hit application. Hit a full unflip unit or reduce eliminate it if it has no reduce. Okay. I'm just curious. Okay, it doesn't matter which unit takes the hit. I'm always curious about that. Out of supply, end of action round, victory conditions. And then we have specific rules for each individual unit here. And nice chart. So page actually comes out battle priority table with 24. 24. And as Ruff says, them's the rules. Now, 24. Now we have a playbook here. Which has an example of play, which is real nice. Strategy primer, faction hint, player hints, clarifications on an event's background. Well, that's going to be neat because it should talk about each event. And then it has scenarios, points for solitaire play. So yeah, this is kind of more like here's. But I wanted to check out the cards in the events because that is always something that I found. Okay, so they do have the cards here, and they do have kind of, yeah, they have a description of the event cards. Okay. And the Native American event cards. Okay. Designer notes. Scenario. This is for the historical scenario reinforcements. Team play rules. Points for solitaire. Okay, so that's kind of nice. So how you should do a few things. Oh, they have a cover box painting about that one. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's the playbook. Now on to the player's aid. Player's aids. So we have the Native American or Indian setup for all scenarios. Single-sided. We have 2 French cards. Yep. Scenario 1, Scenario 2. This is nice. Scenario 3 and Scenario 4. And then we have the British also has 2, which is 1, 2. Tells you where to put it all, kind of put pictures in. So that's kind of cool. I always appreciate that. So those are the campaign or the scenario setup cards. And then we have our player aid. It is folded. It is open. So we have action round steps and how to do raids for the battles. Some other information here, which is really nice. Retreat priorities. So, yep, we have 2 of them. So that's really cool. Okay, let's take a look at these counters. Okay, so these are nice. They're pre-rounded, which is real nice. We have some funky triangle ones too, which are the light non-Native American units. Well, those are Native American, but yeah. So got the British here. We have the French as well. And these are the informational counters. So these we'll have to clip these. That's okay. One sheet of clippings, nah, I can handle that. That's not too bad. I can handle all of them anyways, because if I want to play the game, I'm going to have to. No wasted space. So let me get the board out, and we'll take a look at that. Okay, so we got the board. Now here it's a hard-mounted board, which is nice. I'll do a little work here to flatten out a little bit. Perfect. Okay. So we have our turn tracks up in here. We have our raids here. We have our movement points, connection key types. So we have our pass here. We have our piece. So we have, let's take a look here. Let's see here. Can I do this? Oh, I can. Oh, that's nice. Let's go ahead and zoom in closer. So we have our Iroquois Confederacy. We have our Wilderness, Ticonderoga, Lake George. Let's see what else we got here. Montreal's right here. We have Boston, New London, New York is right here. We have Philadelphia, and we have Winchester, so that's pretty cool. So we had our French losses out here. We have our British losses here. There is open seas up here. We have Newfoundland, Louisbourg, Port Dauphin, Halifax. Yeah, so nice, beautiful map. Pretty Detroit, which means, let's see here. Which means I'm right about here on this map. Right about here somewhere. Somewhere down, actually more like down over here. Yeah, like right in here. Because this is actually Lake Erie. And the way they've got it turned is it's kind of funky. It's definitely not, because Lake Erie usually goes east-west. Let's see, is there a compass rose? That's what I want to find out here. I do not see one, at least jumping out at me. Yeah, I don't see one jumping out at me. So this is, I think it's kind of like, oh, here it is. So north is this way. I see it's right here in the middle here. So this is north. So yeah. Yep. So it's kind of a little funky on that. So I knew it would be kind of angled. So, but it looks beautiful map. Looking forward to it. Let's take a look at some of these cards, and just to take a look and see. I got the British deck right here, so let's go ahead and just open up the British deck and take a look at these cards. Okay, so I'm assuming, let me take a look here, that the reason why we have triangle, let me grab the British one since I have the British cards here. Okay, yeah, so I'm assuming that each card, so we got a triangle, so that's a triangle, so I could activate a triangle and a square. This one right here has the little, like the naval symbol. So that's pretty cool. Okay. And of course, I'll get into it all as we go through. Oh, yeah. And it lists like which cards you use for what, so if you use them or not. So that's pretty cool. Good looking cards. So there we have it. Bayonets and Tomahawks by GMT. Looking forward to getting this out and getting it